What is up, YouTube folks? I'm Keith, you're watching Handforged. Welcome back to another YouTube video. This week, we will be making custom fridge magnets out of scrap pieces of MDF I have laying around. Did 2 colorways, did 4 of them in total. I have another design I gotta do as well. So yeah, we'll just go over the usual, cutting them out, painting them, how I stuck these in, etc. All the good stuff. Yeah, so you'll see that later on in the video. First things first, let's get the designs on the wood and cut them out. See you in the video. So as you can see here, the scrap bit of wood is enough to fit all 8 designs on there. I do have smaller bits of scrap, but they weren't fitting for the design. I didn't want to make these too small as they were fairly detailed pieces, even though they are just blocked color. So I wanted them to be a half decent size. So after we finished transferring the design, we get the scroll saw out and we're just cutting around the outline that we have put on there, the design. Going slow and steady is always better, though we as humans try to, get things done as quick as possible. But when cutting out, slowing it down really does help. So after cutting out, we will be prepping to put the magnets in the back using a 3/4 bit that I customized. I cut the pointy bit off, which is the centering piece. After I figure out the layout of the magnets, because we did it in like a triangle pattern, so that way generally you put the magnet on the corner of the piece of paper. So with the 2 magnets on the top and 1 down the center on the bottom, we will be hitting enough surface space to hold the piece of paper in place. Alright, cut out, prepped, now it's ready for paint. These colors pre-mixed up, and I'll have a video coming shortly on how I do that. It's just gold and acrylic, but I like to pre-mix my colors in these little bottles because countless times I've used the stay wet palette, mixed the paint color, eventually running out of that color and then having to mix the same color, and there's been some time in between, forget the ratios, and it's hard to, you're just playing a guessing game at that point. And sometimes you can't get the color exactly and you don't want to be wasting the paint. So what I end up doing then is just repainting the whole thing, and that's just a waste of time. So pre-mixing is my friend. So yeah, let's start splashing some color on and I'll see you when that's done. Alright, time to prep some paint. Starting off with the base color. So we're just going to paint all 4. Get them all on a sort of a production line thing going on. Give them all the base. We're just painting the shell because the shell's going to be the same color in all of them. So we'll get all that out of the way. Then we start busting out the orange. So I'm going to go through. I find it easier. Look, you got to do 2 coats of the same color to get it opaque enough usually. So I just, get the whole base coat. of the base color down wherever it needs to go, wherever you're going to see orange, whether it's dark or light. Just get it down. And then after that first coat, I'll start layering in the highlights and the shadows. So there's no actual outlines in this design except for the overall shape. So all the shapes have to be exact. And after we have finished with the orange ones, I wash the Stay Wet palette and we start busting out the greeny blues. All right, they're pretty much done. I do have to sign and varnish them, but I haven't done that yet. But yeah, we'll get into some final shots. First things first, I do want to thank everyone that supports my channel and my art. We've got 2 new subscribers this month, which is great. The videos are only climbing in views, which is also good. I've got a lot of cool ideas that I want to bring to the table. I have a lot of stuff around here, like project-wise, that I want to do. Eventually we'll get there and I hope to show you some amazing artwork. But yeah, this was a fun project. I want to do more of these. The way people, you know, mount fish for displays, like I thought that was, you know, that would be a cool idea. Having all kinds of different fish. So if you have a favorite sea animal that you like to see, even, you know, even if it's not a sea animal, if you want to see some sort of mount that I could cut out, paint, make into a fridge magnet, not hand paint them so much unless they want a commission. I would, for time purposes, probably print these out and use casting resin to seal them. But though painting them was pretty fun. I'd like to do bigger projects when I paint though, because, you know, it's hard to, the amount of time I spent on this, you can't justify selling it for, you know, the amount that you put into it. If you have a favorite animal, favorite fish, favorite ocean creature that you would like to see on a mount, even for a wall, fridge magnet, so let me know down in the comments. And you never know, it might even turn into a YouTube video one day. I would like to get into lives as well, so, you know, or you guys can jump on and maybe we do like donos, prompts and I draw out whatever you guys want. Anyway, if you'd like to continue your support further, like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to comment your favorite animal down below. Even let me know where you're from. I'd like to see, put down what time you're watching, where you're watching from, what you like in the video, even what you don't like. I take critique very seriously and I'd like to improve my videos, so any advice would help. Let's get into these final shots. Peace.